Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal and welcome to a match preview on the channel. Of course, this is really hard to make it in these times, really, with everything going on with the whole Lionel Messi situation, and I am sure, guys, as the match preview goes on, we will indeed speak a bit more about Messi, and I'm sure, he'll come into almost everything we talk about with Barcelona this season, won't he? But the facts remain, tomorrow is match day for Barcelona, and it is actually a game that, well, a week after it, we've got La Liga starting, so it is almost, the preparation game for La Liga. It's the annual Joan Gamper Trophy for Barcelona, and we will be taking on Juventus there. So, quite a big game actually for Barcelona. This was meant to prepare for our season. We should have had Messi with us. The last 48 hours or so have been absolutely unbelievable, but we have got a match preview to make. I'm sure we'll speak a bit more about Messi. But let's get started. And this fixture will be coming to us live from the ESTADI Johan CRUYFF. Of course, this is usually a game played at the Camp Nou, but due to COVID regulations, no game at the Camp Nou. It will be at the ESTADI Johan CRUYFF. It's going to be a 9:30 PM local time kickoff. That's 9:30 PM, guys. That's 8:30 over here in the UK. So make sure you guys watch out there for the time zones right around the world. And interestingly enough, guys, there will actually be some fans on the ground tomorrow, so it will be interesting to hear and see their reactions to this incredible Messi situation. Will the players be booed? Will they be cheered on? Will there be any handkerchiefs? Or, what will go on in the stands, I think is really intriguing. And actually, the whole spectacle tomorrow with everything going on is so interesting. So then, let's kickstart ourselves here with Barcelona, ourselves, the home team for the fixture. And this is meant to be, a good occasion, isn't it, the Gamper? It's meant to be almost that last preparation before the season gets started. But honestly, this all feels really weird and strange, doesn't it? I think today, it was meant to be the day that Lionel Messi renewed his contract with Barcelona. He was going to be giving his speech to the crowd at this Gamper match after signing a new contract with Barcelona, keeping the history alive. But of course, as we all know, that won't be the case. A huge U-turn has taken place. Interestingly enough, guys, on the morning of the game of the Gamper, Messi is going to be giving a press conference live from the Camp Nou offices there, so watch out for that one too in the morning. I may or may not do a video on it. I feel like we've covered the Messi situation decently well, and I did do a video on my channel yesterday explaining the whole thing if you want to go and check that out after this match preview. But this disastrous news, guys, it has struck right at the heart of Barcelona. Over the last few days, it's all we've been talking about. Messi has left Barcelona. That's the bottom line. There were so many ins and outs to this situation, but it was a horrible U-turn, and honestly, this was something we weren't expecting to end like this. Disaster. So in terms of tomorrow's game, guys, of course, it's still a match we have to play. The team have to go out there. They've got to try and win the game. Nothing changes, and that's the way life is sometimes. Tragedy, but you've got to get on with it. And the fact remains, Barcelona have a game tomorrow against Juventus, and it's going to be so strange, isn't it? We are in one heck of a dangerous situation as a club right now with our financial situation, of course, but losing Messi, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. The most important player in the history of Barcelona, the greatest player of all time. And tomorrow's game was meant to be that preparation game for us, with Messi maybe for a few minutes. And we were meant to basically be getting some valuable minutes under our belts here, so that next Sunday against Real Sociedad to start La Liga, which, by the way, is going to be a really tricky game, we should have been preparing. And I suppose, the same principle remains, doesn't it? Just without Messi, we've got to be ready, we've got to play a strong lineup, we've got to play a team that we feel will be ready to win on match day 1. And of course, we've got to try and get the victory in the Gamper. It's not nice to lose the Gamper. Barcelona traditionally usually win the Gamper, but when we do play against tougher opposition like Juventus, we can lose it. I remember, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, Manchester City beat Barcelona in the Gamper Trophy, so this is a risky game. If we lost tomorrow, I don't think anyone would be massively surprised. But I think you've got to look at the players out there tomorrow, and I think they would honestly be feeling pretty shell-shocked at this whole situation, pretty stunned, like us fans obviously, and the stuffing may have been taken out of them, you would have thought anyway. So tomorrow's game, it's going to be really interesting. Will we be absolutely ran over by Juventus? Will Juventus feel, what, these guys are here mourning, they're not ready to play a football match? Will they absolutely ravage us and run over us? That could honestly happen. How will the fans respond to the players? How will the players be out there on the pitch? There are certain individuals, players like Tapai, how is he going to respond? Aguero, if he gets any minutes. And then the usual players like Jordi Alba or Busquets, who of course is going to be the captain, our new captain for Barcelona, is Sergio Busquets, and he will be giving a speech to the Barcelona fans tomorrow's game, the ones who can attend this fixture at the ESTADI Johan CRUYFF. Busquets will be giving a speech there, so that in itself will be really interesting. And as I was briefly touching on there, if we focus on the football, let's not forget, guys, we're not going to be let off the hook tomorrow. This is going to be a Juventus team spearheaded by Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi's, greatest ever rival in the sport. And that really, it says it all. This is going to be a challenge tomorrow. The likes of Ronaldo in their team, I don't think it's going to be a full strength Juventus. I really don't. But they're going to be strong. And they're going to be here with Allegri as the coach, ready to, again, prepare for their season. This is, again, probably their last pre-season game before the Serie A starts. So they are going to be ready here. And if we're not on our game, guys, if we're mourning Lionel Messi's departure, we're going to be in trouble. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking, how on earth are we going to line up tomorrow? What is Ronald Koeman's team going to look like? And you know what I would say, guys? Ronald Koeman should be fielding an 11 tomorrow that he feels is ready to start the game against Real Sociedad. We've got a lot of injuries. Of course, we haven't got Messi either. So our squad right now isn't looking very good. This right here is what Barcelona released this morning. This is actually some kit numbers for the first team, so this won't include everyone. For example, Yusuf Demir isn't here, Nico Gonzalez isn't here, Alejandro Balde isn't here, Ronald Koeman isn't here, Pablo Gavi isn't here, so, there are players missing, but interesting a few things here. Emerson's got the number 22, Anderson's been moved to 17, Agüero's got the 19, Depay has the 9, and Braithwaite has the 12. In and amongst, they've also got Riqui Puig with the number 6, so there are actually a few, interesting little Easter eggs, if you like, in terms of the kit numbers for next season. But of course, this won't be the final squad for tomorrow's game. You look at players like Ter Stegen, he's injured, he's not going to be there. Of course, same goes for Ansu Fati, he's not going to be playing tomorrow. And basically, guys, we should again be full of, quite a few Barcelona B players. The guys I just listed should be in the squad tomorrow. We've got to find out on De Jong and Gavi. I'm pretty sure both of them are going to miss this match, but let's wait and see. Apparently, Gavi's been training with the team, despite the fact that he should have been out for a month, is it, with a fractured jaw. But he looks okay, so maybe Gavi will play. De Jong won't. De Jong maybe will be playing in that game against Real Sociedad. But in terms of that lineup, guys, this is what I would play. I think this is the closest we can get to a full-strength Barcelona team right now. And you've got to start by saying, this isn't ideal, guys. If you told us a few months ago, with Laporta as our president meaning to, rebuild this team, be ready for a strong season, this isn't ideal. This is not good news at all, really, for Barcelona. But it can be strong if the team works hard. If we have a system, if we have a structure, and if we especially work hard there, and we are still creating chances, we can have some joy. But this, guys, I think could be the sort of team that we line up with against Real Sociedad in match day 1. Neto in goal, still the big debate as to whether he'll stay or whether Iñaki Peña will stay. Another situation that just hasn't been sorted out, that should have been sorted out quite a while ago. I'd go for Neto. Let's try and go strong. He knows La Liga. He's an experienced goalkeeper. Hopefully he does the job. Dest, I think, will play it right back, although watch out for Emerson in the second half. He should be able to get his first unofficial minutes in a Barcelona shirt. I think Araujo and Piqué should be playing at centre-back. I really do. I think those are our two best centre-backs of the club right now. Jordi Alba, of course, will be there at left-back unless, a surprise is put in and Balde starts. In midfield, Captain Busquets will be there at the heart of the midfield. You would imagine he's one of the only fit midfielders right now. And then I've gone for Nico next to him. I think Nico's a player who Koeman really likes with the injuries to De Jong. With Pedri at the Olympics, with Riqui Puig kind of out of favour, and of course with Gavi potentially injured too, it does give a great opportunity for Nico to start the season here. And I'm actually going to put Coutinho next to him there. This could actually give us the chance to maybe switch to a sort of 4-2-3-1 of sorts. Coutinho can push on, Busquets and Nico can go in a double pivot. I feel as if they'd suit that decently well together. But I just generally think that, Nico is a player who's going to be used a lot this season, and that Coutinho, I'd start him. I think he's got a massive, massive season ahead of him for Barcelona. And I'm looking for big things from Coutinho this season. I know he hasn't played in a while, so I'm not expecting him to start this game. But I think he should be starting a lot of games for Barcelona next season, so that's why I've put him in there. Up front, I think this is what we should go for, guys. This worked really well against Stuttgart. Let's get it out there again. Demir on the right. You've got Memphis on the left, coming inside, and then you've also got Griezmann up front. I think that's what we should start La Liga with. If other players come back, then sure, but I think that's what we should start as the front three, guys. And in midfield, if we get De Jong back, we can get him in there as well. But other than that, I think it's a strong enough Barcelona team, and it is the sort of team I would be playing. In terms of prediction, guys, I don't really want to be sounding pessimistic here, but I'm not hopeful for this game. This has been a pretty awful 48 hours for Barcelona, and I get the feeling, if we're not ready here, Juventus will run us over. So if I was to give a prediction, I find it really hard to see Barcelona just forgetting about all the news, saying, oh right, Messi left, who cares? Let's just go and beat Juventus. I don't know why, I just can't see that in my head. I'd love that to happen. At the end of the day, we're not going to be playing with Messi in our team next season, so we have got to get over it. We have got to play and attempt to win games. But this one against Juventus, this is very raw, this situation, and I feel as if, if we're not up to scratch, Ronaldo's going to have a lot of fun against our defence. So I've gone for 3-1, take these predictions with a pinch of salt, I suppose. They didn't really mean that all that much, but my fact is, I don't see Barcelona in a good condition for tomorrow's game. And just before we actually wrap up this video, I did want to leave, one more note at the end. And I want to say that, of course, guys, this is, of course, a horrible situation at the club right now. We're not in a good way at all. But remember, guys, Barcelona have an 122-year history. We are perhaps the biggest and greatest football club of all time in the world. And you've got to say, you look at tomorrow's game, guys, and there are a few things to look at. We're playing the Joan Gamper Trophy. Joan Gamper was the man who founded this club back in 1899. And go and do some research on Gamper if you want to find out and remind yourself about how special Barcelona is. And where we will be playing the match, guys, at the ESTADI Johan Cruyff, another absolute pillar of Barcelona's history, the godfather of the modern game. So just remember, guys, you know, Barcelona happened before Messi, it will happen after Messi, and we will be here on the channel, of course, at least for the next few years, you know, to really go over it with all of you guys. We will march on. We've got to hope that Laporta is, you know, the right head for this, and you've got to say, I hope he is. I have faith in Laporta still, and I hope that he continues to make big decisions, because he's got to now. He really has. I feel like he could have acted sooner in this transfer window with a few things. So right now, he's got some big decisions to make, and I suppose it's good news that he's here and that Bartomeu isn't. But I thought I'd add that at the end, guys. Remember, Barcelona have a rich history, and please do go and do some research on it. It's really, really interesting if you were to find a documentary or whatnot. There's some great stuff on Barcelona, and let's hope that we can resolve this situation. I'm going to wrap up the video there. I'll see you after tomorrow's game. It'll be a pretty late one as it's quite a late start, but I'll see you then. Maybe I'll even see you before then with the amount of news that's going around right now, but let's see how Barcelona do tomorrow, and goodbye.